Hi, this is Mandarin Gaming and I'm playing the Outer Worlds Part 7. Let's explore the geothermal power plant.
I always wanted to poke around in here.
Leaving the area.
This tossball stick is pretty effective. This place has a lot of scientists' corpses.
Something you need?
Thomas seemed very fond of you.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
Are you sure? He nearly fell over when he saw you.
He never told me a word to that effect. And since he didn't, I didn't have to say nothing about feeling different. And nothing had to get weird. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
I'd like to do that for him too. Let's hack this thing. No? Let's collect everything. And then let's hack this thing. Not yet. Now? Nope. Let's first change our active quest. Die robot. And now is the time. If you are a member of the Spaces Show security detail assigned to this location, please turn in your identification for immediate reprimand. Failure to do so may result in an immediate reprimand. Honestly, don't see point of disarming this fence, because I'm already inside, so what's the point? Vending machine. Pretty useless thing if you ask me. I tried to sell some of my junk. It's not working. I don't know how to do that. Maybe I need to have better reputation? Probably. Someone was desperate to run away. Hope they did it. I found more enemies.
Processing. Investigating.
We made it!
I also gave this helmet to Parvati. She looks nice. Time to get inside.
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I hope so too. So there is only one door, so we don't have much choice.
Here we go! That's the last of them!
I do not walk in straight lines. I will be going back and forth all over the place. I will get lost quite a few times. It's like a labyrinth here, really. Really meanders. Chaos everywhere. Oh no, I think that was someone's leg. Please deduct delinquency fee from my pay. Thank you, proud to be a member of Space's Choice family. Abundance of ladders doesn't make this place any less mazy.
Easy.
A new addition to my collection of tossball cards. Open sesame! Well, it's time to go and find the terminal room. Was that a control room? It looks magnificent. I didn't even try to do anything here until much later. Nope, not doing that. Instead, I went on to exploring the place. Mind your head. A very, very, very locked door. A music box. I thought it was a quest item, but no, it's just junk. I thought there was water inside those rooms. I was a bit scared to go in there. Nope, no water. Another terminal. This place has a lot of terminals and a lot of doors to unlock. Chester Higgins again, that whole head. He was working on some logic module and confiscated it. Should be in my lockaway room for the foreseeable future. Doesn't sit right with me. At this rate, I'm gonna end up a chief of security with no staff. I don't know, doesn't sit right with me. But the company's never been run before, I suppose. Worst has happened, mechanical's gone crazy, locked myself down here. Gonna make a mad dash for the control room. Will delete this entry if I ever return. Anxiety is a common side effect of life-threatening situations engendered by security lockdowns. Let's proceed further down. Oh no, I'm scared. So I'm going back to the control room, terminal room. What I was doing here? Checking out plant status. It's not doing very good. And ignoring redirect power menu. So now I'm brave enough to go inside the plant itself and finding more locked, sealed and barred rooms. And enemies, of course. So I decided not to take any more junk stuff from mechanical things, but it's shiny! It's shiny! I found a neatly hidden corpse of a plant worker. Something interesting. What is this?
Here they come!
Interrupted.
That's the last of them!
I have no idea what this is, but I'm gonna use it. What have I done? It looks pretty. A red room looking very scary. Stairs leading up. And a door. Where should I go? A locker room, apparently. And shower room with dead bodies. And a toilet without dead bodies. Okay, right or left? What's upstairs? What's up there? Well, left it is. Hey, look at what I found. Who's going to run to that very, very locked door to open it? I cannot hack this thing. Will I come back to it? So this is where Labyrinth started, and I will be disoriented most of the time here. Chester Higgins with his mechanical engineering book again. This Higgins has a lot of complaints. Decided to do a bit of sleuthing by my own self, got my hands on a logic module, time to do a little experimentation. Guess who's going circles? But even now I'm confused about layout of this plant. Ta-dum! Rapid logic module. So shovel is a two-handed melee weapon. Now that I found a corrupted logic module, I can get on with my main quest. Diverting power. And it's not that easy. So remember that little thing that I switched? I need to find 2 more of them. Yay, I'm finally entering this lava-looking place.
Not real.
Higgins,
You're not
dear
real.
friend. I feel like I've known you for my whole life already.
Get away! Not real. No, just leave me alone.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Yeah, well, I will just go back then.
Get away! Go away, Phantom!
Hey, more ladders.
No, just leave me alone.
Higgins, old chum.
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot! Scram!
Calm down, I'm not trying to hurt
You
you.
can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
You are not imagining me?
Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
What is it you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
What happened to this place?
Mechanicals lost their bolts, opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
What's pandemonium? And you were not killed?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
You mentioned being an engineer.
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them, maintained, upgraded. Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you worked on those mechanicals, you must know a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
You're Sway 20. I can deal with mechanicals. I made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Let's do that then. Engineering 10 mechanicals follow the behavior of their logic module. Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
I wanted to ask you something.
The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
I mean, good to know. How have you been surviving all this time?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
So you ate sprats.
Braised, boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food.
Well, I should go. Hoping to see you soon. Hey, Mechanical Engineering, Volume 3. Back to the terminal that I couldn't hack. Modify behavior. Select new mode. Arrow. Higgins is everywhere. Select new target. Yes, the target is intruders. Define intruders on spaces, choose automechanicals. Good job, me, but honestly it was useless. Back to the steamy room. Engineering 15 shut off steam release valves. Hey, I found workbench. Time to spend some time tinkering. Second switch. Found.
Let's go. If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the Vale?
That is a very good question, Ed. I don't have answer to that yet. Or maybe ever.
Wow, not even a scratch!
Ah, that feeling when someone admires you. I was lost. Hey, I found it. I found it. The third one. The last one. Where I'm going? Well, I found a couple of barred doors that I unbarred, and I still was trying to understand the layout. I probably should have checked the map of this power plant, but I didn't. Well, I'm back.
Lost.
The last one. And now it's time to make a decision.
Once we do this, there's no going back. Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
The deserters are a community. I cannot just destroy what they built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Reed tells me Edgewater's going to die without workers and power.
Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
And here I flipped a coin. And the answer that the coin gave me, deep down, I knew that that was the right decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
I'm glad you did. I like hearing from you. But it doesn't mean I agree.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, let's continue. I want to continue. Redirect power to botanical laboratory.
I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but what about the town? All those people.
Before proceeding, I wanted to check out how people in botanical lab are doing, and I also wanted to give the volume 3 to Thomas, and I wanted to maybe sell some stuff.
You hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the Vale like the winds of change. You've done well. I would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence.
You really have a tin for Reed.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
So what happens now?
Time's come to look toward the future. We'll grow, I expect. A lot of workers out there with nowhere else to go.
You don't sound too pleased.
I don't look forward to turning folk away. Camp's gotta stay pure, though. Can't have corporate loyalists mixing with us, no matter how desperate they may be. I am curious. Why did you help us? You don't know who we are. You don't owe us a thing. The plant's crawling with mechanicals, so it stands to reason you risked your life.
Well, it's either you or them really, and I also need a power regulator for my ship, so I have no choice. Between your camp and Reed's cannery, yours is the better way of life.
You're not quite like anyone else I've met. You haven't had your consciousness programmed by the board. You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined.
Hey boy, I have a book for you.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Today is your lucky day.
No kidding! Really? Well, which one?
The Elusive Part 3.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart! Oh, almost forgot your payment.
Anything for you. Well, I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
The next quest I will do is retrieve the cache of medicine. Off to the community center.
Be quick!
They tasted my poverty.
Everyone all right?
Yes, everyone alright. I hate mines.
I smell blood!
Incoming!
So I wanted to go directly into the community center, but those marauders distracted me. So I came into the, I don't know, community center bar, I think, or shop. I'm not interested in here, to be honest. Community center, where I will have to kill a lot of marauders. Beautiful place.
That's the last of them!
Just yet another terminal. Can't live without them. Synopsis. The history of Emerald Vale, once completed, will display the proud heritage of our settlement for generations to come. The centerpiece of this grand exhibit will be a taxidermized mantic queen erected within our main lobby as a sign of civilization's victory over the nature itself. A new tossball card for my collection. A nice stage. Let me give you a lecture about life. Saltuna, Primal, Canid, Mantiquine, nowhere to be found.
That was quick.
I found a key to the first aid room. More terminals. Who would have thought? Hopefully the keycard encoder won't go on the fritz again and start shooting keycards at anyone who walks by. Your obsession with this Mantiquine is wasting all of our budget. This has to stop. We regret to inform you that the entire team has perished. I look forward to hearing from you.
Here they come! That's the last of them!
Let's stock on food. First aid room. Experimental and throttling. And I leveled up. I thought I was killed. That's a very weird cinematic effect. First volume of mechanical engineering from my dear friend Thomas. The community center is cleared, so let's bring that volume to Thomas and let's get back to the Edgewater and see what the difference it made. Bread, anthracene, ointment, skin cream, better than nature. Always magnificent night. I will miss this place. Thomas never sleeps.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Today is a lucky day, Thomas. Yet again.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
The last one. Part 1.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
The next one in my plans is Ludwig.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month.
Town's been dark a while now. Could be a mechanical trying to sabotage us.
Nah, Ludwig, that was me. I found your logic module.
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple of bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Thanks, take care, bye. Edgewater, here I come. Everything red, blue and mysterious. Hey Vika, missed me?
All the lights in town went out. Since then, I've had wild-eyed workers begging my guidance. I'm surprised you would go along with this action, Ms. Holcomb.
I'm not sure what the right and wrong of it is, sir. But leaving the deserters with neither walls nor lights would have left them to the mercy of marauders.
Let's hope walls alone are sufficient, then.
These people are sick and overworked. Things had to change.
Oh, inarguably. This town was a pustule on the ass of the architect. Metaphorically speaking. You took it upon yourself to decide the fate of strangers. I don't know whether that's confidence or arrogance. Either way, I'm fascinated.
I've got your book.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read
Ha
French.
ha ha.
It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
That book seems a bit more important than you let on.
There is little more important than such a precious, rare text. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
This has to be some kind of cosmic retribution.
Yes, you're right. Such are the workings of the equation. And I've only my own hubris to blame. I certainly never planned for this contingency. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
Would be a beneficial arrangement. You need a ride out of town, and I wouldn't mind a ship hand.
Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument really. I'm also a passable gun hand if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Sounds good. No questions asked. Let's go.
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
The last side quest I need to do, I decided to give that medicine to Abernathy. It's just something that Adelaide said, how her son was sick and he didn't receive his medicine because he wasn't deemed to be worth it.
Just as I was on the mend, the cannery had to go and shut down.
I have the medicine that you wanted.
Let's see it. Don't keep us waiting.
Esther tells me that you have a tendency toward hypochondria.
I don't know what that means. Is that some sort of medical condition? Is my plague getting worse or something?
You obviously need this.
Sweet life-giving nostrum. The first hit's always the best. Scratched together all the bits I had around the domicile. It ain't as much as you deserve, but it's all I got.
You're sweet 5. I risked my life to save yours, Abernathy.
Bringing the blood out of me. Here, you can have whatever's in my pockets.
Time to talk to Mr. Reed.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
I flipped a coin. Actually, to teach you a lesson.
Is that right? I'm dying to hear this. Please, educate.
Well, I don't like the choice that I made, but you're all slaves to Spacer's choice. I'm liberating you.
Liberated? Edgewater is my home. The only home I've ever had. I put down roots here, gave decades of my life to this place. I never asked to be liberated. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
I'm sorry about this, but...
Apologies won't give us our lives back. But for what it's worth, I am sorry too.
What's going to happen to Edgewater?
Edgewater's dead. Our cannery's dead. Adelaide's deserters are never coming back. Spacer's Choice will shut us down before long. Some of us will die of illness by then. Some will move on. Some will starve. And as for me, I will tender my resignation, whereupon I shall be processed and then duly imprisoned for gross incompetence.
Well, I'm not going back without my power regulator. So, let's fight!
Here we go! No prisoners!
Harvard is sending enemies flying. Come here, baby. Oh, hello, Reed. Bye, Reed. So I killed him, now he won't be imprisoned. And now guards in town will not attack me. I also picked up his key that I would have wanted to use, but because the power is off, I cannot access the elevator and I cannot access his office, so that's sad.
No wonder something happened down at the plant.
So let's try and launch this ship.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
Oh, you've never been on a ship before?
I've worked on the occasional supply coach in need of repairs. Once I built a little model craft out of spare parts, but Mr. Thompson found out and I had to take it apart. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
You are my favorite person. I'd be glad to have you alone. Pick a cabin, it's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Isn't she the most adorable person?
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise. What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Engineering 20. Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I can't believe it. We're going to fly!
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's get out of here.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good, I've been waiting to hear from him.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little lightheaded, also I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Why do I need a navy key to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
Fine, I'll go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
You want to explain what the holographic shroud is?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
You mentioned this thing has limitations?
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Why do I need a gadget for this? Couldn't I just steal a uniform or something?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
How the hell does a hologram sweeten your breath?
Science, that's how.
I'll put it to good use, thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Next time, definitely. But for today, this is enough. Bye bye bye.